Hi there, Aries. Thank you so much for your patience with this reading. It's your birthday month. It's for April. And let's get right into it. Wow. Okay. Four of Pentacles upright. Three of Wands upright. The Magician looking over at the Three of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. We're going from a 3 to a 4. The Ten of Wands in reverse. The Moon, and the Six of Cups upright. Okay. Aries, you're going to be having fun. That's what I'm feeling for you. You're going to be having fun. It's like there's movement. There's a movement of the body. There's movement of just that energy, of your energy. It's like I'm getting this dancing feeling. You're gonna be feeling it, Aries, is what I feel. And you're gonna be feeling more of your extroverted self, right? Aries is a very extroverted sign. Absolutely. And so I'm sensing that you're getting more into, my goodness. Oh, lots of energy, Aries. Lots of energy happening for you here. You're going to be feeling it. And there's going to be passion. I'm feeling there's going to be passion. There's going to be excitement. It's that feeling, that adrenaline of, when you're about to go to a really fun event, a really cool event, or a party, or you're just going to go hang out with your friends or something, right? And you're getting ready, and you're all getting ready together. It's that kind of feeling, the pumping up. Okay. You're on it. You're on it. You're riding the wave, Aries. That's what I'm feeling for you. This wave of energy. Beautiful. Okay. Wow. You betcha. You betcha, Aries. Look at that. Whoa. Okay. Yes. I want to put that card in between those two, and I want to pull one more. Oh, okay. Aries. Let's get right into it here. You're coming out with the Ace of Wands in your near future. Significant. This is just the energy that I was feeling for you, okay? It's that feeling of, I'm here at the party. Like, I am ready to party. I am ready to express. I am ready to express. I'm ready to express my intuitive truth, right? That's really what the expression is being pushed forward by, the intuition, right, with which you are regarding this new phase in your life, whatever this is, this new beginning. Okay. And I'm feeling this for you, Aries. I'm feeling this for you. You're leaving behind a perception, an outdated perception of how you view stability as it pertains to the material, physical world around you, as it pertains to the concept of accumulation, right? You're leaving that world behind, okay? And you're siding more with your intuition, okay? Okay, so let me tune in 1 second, Aries. There's a desire, okay, that you've had to stabilize yourself. Okay, to stabilize yourself. But it's the question of approach, of how you're going to do that, that you have been toiling with, right? And focusing greatly on. These two cards, the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles, both in reverse, And the way that I just intuitively place them, right? I pull these two extra cards at the very end, is in between the environment card of the Five of Swords and the energetic pathway card of the Ten of Cups in reverse. Five of Swords upright. Okay, so I place them like sort of wedged in between those two cards. And what I'm feeling for you, Aries, is that this portrays your subconscious. Okay, the sort of the voices in your head, the two voices in your head, so to speak. And especially if you have a propensity for the expression of Gemini or third house sort of archetypes of energy in your chart, then this is absolutely going to pertain to that propensity, right? To see this side of a matter and this side of the matter, right? The oscillation between I can see it working this way, I can see it working this way, I can approach it this way, I can approach it that way, right? So I'm feeling that this back and forth, okay, has been going on as it regards, right, building of a stable and firm foundation. As it pertains to your personal identity, that's what I'm feeling for you. And when I look at these two cards together, the Nine of Pentacles and the High Priestess in reverse, it's like, these are like two characters almost. I'm feeling this is like a character, but a faceless character. It's like faceless, okay? Which speaks to also the emphasis and the power that's given, the upper hand that's given to the High Priestess, which is the more intuitive approach, okay? Nonetheless, it's kind of like these two characters that are bickering, and they're like not even looking at each other, and they're both in reverse. It's like we're both in this canoe together, and we have to get along, right? The canoe being kind of like your head, okay? But we have to somehow assimilate. Okay, we have to assimilate. But the High Priestess is like, listen, okay, you don't know how to steer the canoe. Okay, I am guided by a force that speaks to my personal transformation, that speaks to my being, right? The High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the deck. Absolutely. And so it's kind of like, right, the letting down of this more surface level reliance that we have on material stability that we are realizing maybe doesn't fully speak to our truth. Okay. The High Priestess is looking off into the future, so she's really guiding the forward movement of this transformation. And being in between the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords, whatever this siding with intuition is, I believe it speaks to the need to speak your truth about what truly makes you feel stable, okay? About what truly makes you feel stable. And yes, that may hurt some feelings, but you know what, Aries? This is about you. This life is about you. This transformation is about your soul growth. If you cannot be the most stable you, right? How can you be stable for others, right? It's like we all hear it on the plane when they put that little recording on. And they're like, always put your own oxygen mask on first, because how can you help someone else if you are like, right, collapsing? So it's kind of like, that's what I'm feeling here for you. Okay? And you gotta get real with it. It's like, it's a point at which you're like, I have to get real with this. I have to be honest. And you know what? You may be needing to go back to the past, to refer to older concepts, right? The Five of Swords, that one sword that's piercing through this worm, right? Breaking through the boundaries, the self-imposed limitations, the fear, the guilt, whatever it may be. I don't want to hurt this worm, right? I don't want to hurt it. Once I break through the worm, I can't tape it back up. There's no going back. But that one sword that is moving and making progress and motion forward is going in reverse to this past the Three of Pentacles, right? That realization that you had that led you to your current state. We'll get into that. But what I'm feeling, there's a lot of what I'm feeling for you, Aries, is that there's going to be this wave, this surge of energy that literally launches you, pushes you forward, okay, to make this happen, to make this shift happen once and for all, okay, once and for all. And whatever this is, it's going to absolutely speak to self-empowerment. Okay, the realization of who am I? What are my skills? I am stable because I realize who I am, right? Not as just a human, but as an alchemist, the creator of my world, right? Who embodies every one of these elements within my own being. The sword, air. Pentacles, earth. The cup, water, emotions, intuition, right? Connection to the spiritual realm. And the wand, right? Fire, impetus, creativity. So I'm feeling that the realization of this being that you are, okay, this multidimensional being with the power to create is what is going to launch you into this new world, okay, this brand new enchanting world. And it's the vision, right? It's like you're seeing yourself in a new way, okay, in a way that is empowered, self-empowered. By your dreams, by your dreams. And it's that vision, right? Look at the way that this magician is looking at the Three of Wands. It's like entranced. Even the magician is entranced, right? The magician is the magician. The magician is like, who can trump a magician, right? What surprises a magician, right? Apparently, what the magician can create. It's like the magician is even surprised at what it can create. It's like, oh shit, like, right? Sitting here with its elements, right? And so it's almost like the inspiration of that vision that you have of why I want to create. It's like the magician is sitting here like, what do I want to create? What can I create? I have all of these tricks in my bag. I can do this, I can do that. But then it's like something blows the mind of this magician and inspires it. It's like, wait a second, I can create that? I can enter that world? Oh my goodness, let's go! Like, that's kind of what I'm feeling for you, Aries. So there may be some kind of aha moment, right, that you have, perhaps while you're meditating, okay, at whatever point it may be, there is a sort of opening of the mind and even absolutely the third eye chakra, okay? Look at this magician. On its chest, there's the figure 8, okay? Speaking to the magician, right, at its core is guided by its intuition, okay? So I'm feeling that for you, as much as you can connect to your intuition by way of meditation, absolutely, the more that you can crystallize, right? Think about, what are my skills? Think about that, Aries. What are my skills? Write them down. Okay, what empowers me, right? What makes me feel excited? What fuels and revs my engine? What fuels my fire? My creativity? Fire. Aries, fire sign, right? You have a lot of creative energy, and of course it depends on your other planets and so on in your chart, but even as your sun being in Aries, absolutely there's this deep reservoir of creative energy, okay, that I'm feeling you're awakening to the possibility of expression, okay, the possibilities of how to express and channel that immense fire energy. So, and this is very interesting, okay, because whatever this, well, I will say this first. There's a lot going on, okay? There's a lot going on. There's a lot of energy, okay? I'm absolutely feeling it for you, Aries, and it's kind of like there's pandemonium, but it's internalized because you're excited. That's what it's like, okay? And it's like the Magician card. The Magician is looking away from this. Okay, look, its back is turned from these three cards. Yes. I'm on a Mac, so everything is reversed. So there's some catch-up time, but here. Right? We have the Six of Cups, the Moon, and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is in reverse, though. So the Magician, right, is like distracted. It's like, it's like maybe for a period of time, for a long period of time, it was caught in this situation, which I'll explain in just a second. But this is kind of like perhaps what it was, had its focus on and was preoccupied with until the light, right? It saw the light. And that's kind of what I'm feeling absolutely with this card here as well, with the sun in the background shining. It's like, oh, like saw the light, totally distracted from the past of old ways of doing things, old ways of exerting our fire energy, right? This is the closing of a cycle, 10, 10. And remaining in a period of, right, how do I feel about whatever situation this is that I'm in? It can regard how you derive emotional stability within your environment, within others as well, with your engagement with others, right? When we look at this 6 of Cups card, 3 cups on either side of this tree, speaking to the earth element, stability, but also water, emotions. So it's kind of like, right, taking a finer look at how do I contribute to this situation? How do I contribute to the sense of emotional stability that I derive from my involvements? And how do others contribute similarly to that? And is what we're growing right? Is it good? Is it healthy? Is it positive? Is it empowering us as individuals, both as magicians? Again, if this is not between you and a person, it can be your own propensity, right? Within yourself, the harmonization of the 2 halves of your being, right? Both contributing to the growing of this tree, right? Both being involved and responsible for the derivation of spiritual soul satisfaction, okay? And so these 2 halves of your being can be, again, right? Like these 2 halves of your being. The intuitive side, right? Spiritual self, and that which is human, that which is more based in the physical reality, okay, in dimension rather. So what I'm feeling for you is, there was a period of perhaps even knowing intuitively that whatever the situation was, it's like, man, my tree is not even growing maybe, right? Like I'm watering it, it's not growing. It's almost like, right, the focus is on the roots. Like, tree's not growing, gotta take a look at the roots. How are we watering this, right? How are we investing our emotions and our creativity into something? Is that whatever we're creating truly, right, what we want to create and what we can create? Okay, this is your potential I'm feeling, and it's so otherworldly, it's so enchanting, and it's exciting to you. And look, the moon, right, speaks to mystery, kind of not knowing, not having the answers, feeling like, I know something is just amiss, right? I know something is not quite right, but what is that feeling that I have? It's about not yet being in the day, not having that yes or no answer to whatever we're feeling internally. And it could regard absolutely this tree, okay, on this tree, the situation, whatever it is, even perhaps a relationship, okay, or again, the relationship that you have with yourself. It could be speaking to how you feel about whatever the situation was that you have been contributing to. It's almost like this. This one tree is the tree that's kind of in the middle between these 2 trees, right, on the moon card. It's kind of like, right, I'm feeling it's going to absolutely speak to you and an individual, okay, where you're both contributing to this, and you may both kind of be in this space of feeling like something is just not quite right, okay? Maybe it's just not fully self-empowering for either one of you. Nonetheless, you've put a lot of energy and effort into it, absolutely. But it's time for a new chapter. That's what I'm feeling for you, Aries, okay? And you're now in a state of rumination on, what do I want this new world to look like, right? This Candyland, this Candyland yellow brick road kind of enchanting new beginning. What, right? I'm all about reconfiguring how I allow, right, my creativity to contribute to my sense of stability and groundedness. And it absolutely can be speaking to career finances, okay? Nonetheless, it's getting hot in here, Aries. I am feeling it for you. Put that thermometer away. Okay, we don't need that thing. I'm like sweating. But I will say this here, right? Look, Aries, you have the moon. You have the Six of Cups, 2 trees, and 2 sides of 3 cups. There is a pair going on here, okay? There's no beating around the bush, really, that it's speaking to either 2 parts of your being or you and another person. You have the 2 of Cups, okay? I'm feeling this strongly that it's you and another person, all right? But nonetheless, it's a general reading. It will speak differently to everyone, right? More or less. The 2 of Cups in the deep, deep past, okay? In reverse, it's kind of like, again, there's this feeling of knowing something is just not quite right. Something is not quite right, but we can't put our finger on it. We're not confronting it, maybe even, right? We're still in the dark about it. Something is not quite right about the situation, okay? And so you moved into the near future. Sorry, you moved into the recent past, okay? Which I'm feeling, I said near future, it could be absolutely that this is the energy that's going to be uprising then in the near future. Once it gets turned up right side up with the Ace of Wands, taking final action on the energy that has been in suspension, okay? This is what I'm feeling for you, Aries. Look at this. Deep past, right? Knowing something's not quite right, to feeling this growing feeling of, I want to strike out on my own. I want to be the creator of my world. I want to exert my fire energy, my bold self-expression. I want to tap into my gifts, my talents, right? As an individual, right? This is like codependence. This card is like codependence. It's like, I am happy, I'm satisfied. I'm spending my time, biding my time with someone, right? In a single moment, right? And that can absolutely have a beautiful place, right? Within our lives. But it's about, I'm feeling for you, Aries. I'm feeling for you here at this moment in time, given the energies in your spread. It's like, that's not what needs to take place. The Magician is what needs to surface, right? That magician-like energy, realizing myself as an individual, as a creator, right? Not and finding my passion, right? In that dream of what I can create. Okay, so it's realizing that I'm an individual, and it's about contributing to my sense of stability, myself. Okay, and realizing that I have an immense capacity for bold self-expression, yes, but also creative potential. Okay. But the Father of Wands is in reverse, so it's not yet acting on that. It's looking back at the Two of Cups. Look at their interaction. So while this desire, right, is building up inside of you, right, this energy is just like surmounting. Like I can't. It's like I can't pretend anymore that this does it for me. I can't pretend that this can replace in a healthy way, right? My own assertion of self-empowerment and my path forward that will take me to places, right, that will feed my soul and my soul growth. You're realizing, and it's like this. You're going from a 2 of Cups to a 3 of Pentacles. So it's like 2, 3, whereas we found our stability or complacency, right? There is stability to this card in some kind of way. Also as it regards status quo, right? That kind of energy. It's different. It's very different than the 3 of Pentacles, right? Needing to build our foundations of ourselves. This is our mountain, right? In a way. So it's like there's a reconfiguration. Okay, there's a rewiring of even how you approach self-sufficiency, okay, and stability. And so this fire energy, this realization of, it's like the Father of Wands, it's like when you're on that date, I'm just going to say it, it's like this. When you're on that date and you realize, right, like during the period of time that you're with this person, that you're like looking at them like, we're not aligned. Like, whatever this is not, whatever this is, all right, it's just not healthy. It's not healthy, or it's not positive, or I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, what am I doing here, right? In a way, it's like when you know that you guys just aren't aligned in some kind of way energetically, however it may be, right? And you feel like, right? It's like, but you can't like come out and say that on the date, right? It's like the father of, this is like your truth, your conscious, your real sort of the voice in your head is like, Aries, like, you're bigger and better than this. Like, why are you investing all of your fire, your energy, your attention, right, into this situation that is so isolated, right? That is just in this one little moment, okay? When you could be creating, you could be wielding this wand, right? Wielding this wand, creating as a creator, right? Where you could be progressing into the future that's otherworldly, that's enchanting, that's exciting. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting, right? 10 of Cups, like colorful, right? Not this monotony, like TikTok kind of feeling. Nonetheless, Aries, not to beat a dead horse, but I'm feeling that this is like a really big concept for you, okay, here, especially in this period of time from the past. It's like a reconfiguration of how you're viewing things. And I will also say this, the High Priestess, right, is also looking off into the future. So there's this push-pull of energy that we're seeing here, especially up top as well, with these Five of Swords pointing over back into the past of the Three of Pentacles. And similarly, Father of Wands looking in the past towards the Two of Cups. There is this, right, this need to deal with, to close out matters of the past in order to move forward into the future towards what is right, more progressive, more conducive to growth, okay? And not just stagnant, right? Where we're seeing it here. Now, okay. Moving forward into your current state, the Sun of Cups in reverse. So there's this feeling of, one second, Aries. I'm smiling for you. Aries, I feel like whatever this is, okay, whatever this change is, whatever this alleviation of pressure and like needing to be on this awkward date that you feel, I gotta get out of this situation. It's like this. It's like this, Aries, okay? It's like when you, like, there's some sort of mix-up, like, God knows, you met during Mercury retrograde or something, okay? I don't wish that upon anyone, okay? It's really, like, not pleasant, okay, to be caught in such a confusing situation oftentimes, but it's like you meet, someone during Mercury retrograde, right, where everything is confusing, communication just doesn't make sense, and you end up on a date with someone who, it's like there was some sort of major mix-up, and they're expecting you to be someone that you're completely not, and you're expecting them to be someone that they're completely not, but then you're still, like, put into the situation, you're both kind of thinking the same thing. The Father of Wands is like, right, it's kind of like, this is what is deep inside of this one little cup, okay? And so you're, like, you show up to this date, and you're just like, I don't know what to say, like, and it's that feeling of like a little bit like you're a little shocked too at how you even got into the situation, right? But it's awkward. There's an awkwardness here, absolutely, okay? And so I'm feeling that once you get out, it's like when you finally leave that date, okay, when you're like goodbye, right, like, and you go home, you're like like, oh my goodness, like that was so uncomfortable. I can finally take my clothes off, right, and just be myself, like, and whatever it may be, okay, and express yourself, okay. But Aries, I'm feeling, right, that there's going to be this exhalation, okay, there's going to be this exhalation, there's going to be this feeling of, at last, and you're going to smile, and the fire in you is going to be able to roar, okay. A reinvention of self. The Sun of Cups, in reverse, that's suspended from this Three of Pentacles, is looking off into the past. It's like there's so much... Aries, it's like, look, Look, okay. Son of Cups looking over at the Magician. Sorry, not. Yes, but also, this is, see, my God, it's like, look, okay. The sequence of events is going to be like boom, boom, boom. It's going to be domino effect, and it's going to be clear, and it's going to be fast, and there's going to be clarity that's had very, very, very swiftly, very, very, very swiftly, and it's going to pertain to the dropping of whatever this union has been for you. Okay, again, right? Take it as you do intuitively for yourself. I am feeling though that this is two people. Nonetheless, it's like this, Aries. Father of Wands is synonymous with the energy of the Magician, right? Stepping into this power, stepping into your role as a creator, okay? The awareness that you are a creator. Nonetheless, right? Son of Cups is looking over at the Father of Wands. Father of Wands is looking over at the Two of Cups. It's like there's a lot of concentration, a lot of pressure on, in a way, the speaking of this snake's truth in this situation. So it's kind of like this. It's kind of like, you know, when you're at that restaurant, okay, and something happens, like, and everyone's staring. It's like that's the kind of thing. Okay, everyone is staring at this, and so there's a lot of concentration that needs to be had. I'm feeling on, right, the resolution. Okay, and the speaking of truth about who we are as individuals, right? It's like when you're on that date, then it's like, all right, finally coming out and saying, right, well, I am actually not like who you think I am. Like, I am like really this kind of person. Like, this sounds like some seriously weird Mercury retrograde stuff, okay? But, and Mercury retrograde is coming, guys. Like, actually, Mercury retrograde is coming in April. So I keep coming back to that concept of Mercury retrograde. I heed you. If you are going on a date, if you are meeting anyone, if you meet anyone, right? Mercury retrograde is notorious for for the setup of situations that, right, don't always present themselves as they really are at first. So tread carefully moving into new situations, okay? Especially as it regards partnerships, right, and otherwise. Nonetheless, Son of Cups looking back at the Father of Wands. Son of Cups, this can be another individual. I'm feeling this is another individual, okay? I'm feeling that. Okay. In this situation, whatever this pertains to, I'm feeling that, right? It's like this is you and this is the other individual. Okay. One is super fiery, one is super watery, one is super, right? More sensitive, more sentimental, maybe more reserved, maybe more shy, maybe in some way younger, right? Younger. I'm feeling this is you, the Father of Wands is you. And it's kind of like, right, you have to first take the stand, right, of speaking about this truth, whatever this is, right? The Father of Wands is looking at this directly. And right behind the Father of Wands is the Son of Cups, kind of like following suit. Like, okay, once you say something, then we'll talk about it. It's like, I'm almost like, the Son of Cups is like waiting for you to take control and reign of the situation even, okay? And so I'm feeling that. There's going to be a coming to the point where it's like it becomes so obvious, right, that both of you are somewhat detached from whatever this is. Like, look at this. It's almost like this is objectified now. It's like outside of you guys. It's just the cups. It's like it's like when you both order drinks and like there's no one there to pick them up. Like, that's kind of what this energy feels like. It's like you both brought a cup, both showed up to this date, and you are both kind of feeling a little bit outside of yourselves, right, in the situation. Outside of your potential selves, right? as well. So it's sort of like right now you're both like viewing whatever this situation is from a distance, from farther away. And it becomes really obvious, right? The distance that you guys have on many levels as it regards this union becomes clear, becomes obvious, and there's a need, right? To make your decisions and come to your conclusions about it independently. Okay, independently. The Justice card is in your advice position in reverse. It's kind of this feeling, Aries, of, right, with both of the Father of Wands and with both of, like, the Father of Wands and the Son of Cups, both in reverse. There's a reservation that both of you have with confronting whatever this matter is, okay? But there is a need to, again, Justice in reverse. It's like Justice, the two characters, the two cats, they're very different. Look at these two creatures, right? Black, white, yin, yang. Different, just different, polar. And yet also kind of similar, right? So whoever this is, you guys could be very different and also very similar at the same time. You feel that there's maybe even this sort of mirroring that's going on, right, between you two. But what I'm feeling here is that it somewhat, right, signifies these two characters of the Son of Cups and the Father of Wands. And both of you, right, in the quietness of your own mind, okay, must come to the conclusion and the realization of your personal truths, right? It's not upright. It's not like, I'm going to proclaim to you, right, what is right for you and what is right for me and who we are and who, it's like, it's not about who we are. It's not about coming to this decision together and talking about it and saying, oh, well, you know what, considering both of us, this is the right thing to do. It's like, no. It's like, we have to look at ourselves independently. We have to have this conversation and this point of truth within ourselves first, to come to our own personal conclusions about what is right for us independently, right? What is right for me, and then what is right for you, okay? And so it's, in a way, it's like bringing a sword down between the Two of Cups, right? Pair, two. And so it's kind of like slicing down the middle and saying, you know what, yeah, our two cups look similar, okay? Maybe we ordered the same drink. But that doesn't mean, right, that we are required to be in this situation, in this union, right, as one. Kind of pretending to be who we're not, right? Who we're not. We're different. We're very different, right? And if being in this situation holds us back in any way from exerting our truth and being the creator that we are, right? And expressing, right, our embarking on a journey that speaks to our manifestation of water energy, of compassion in a way that is self-empowering, right? In a way that is constructive and creative, right? Then maybe, right, it's time to let it go. Maybe it's time, right, to be honest with that, right, to be honest with that. And so I feel that it's once you both come to this conclusion within yourselves, right, and then you come together after that and you say, look, like, I am this kind of person. This is who I am, right? I don't know what your impression of me was. I don't know what maybe maybe I had the wrong impression of you in some kind of way, right? Maybe we were misled in some kind of way. Maybe we got together during a Mercury retrograde. Like, that's kind of the feeling, okay? And so, by the way, if this is speaking to a union from the past, okay, that has been ongoing for quite some time, check. I'm compelled to say this. Check to see if you met during a Mercury retrograde. That's coming to me a lot during this reading, okay? So that could be a factor to it. Nonetheless, right? There's a need to strike sort of independent, inborn clarity within the situation before coming out right with this truth, okay, and this path forward. Okay, so, right, we're seeing internalization of rumination. And then you come straight up and out into your near future with the Ace of Wands, Aries. You're like, resurfaced, where's my wand? I'm ready to wield it. Like, that is the turning upright, okay, of the Father of Wands. He's ready for action. She's ready for action, right? They're ready for action. It can speak to any gender, right? Again, but I'm feeling this is you. So there's this desire, this clear. It's like once you draw this clarity from within yourself, okay, then you're like, I don't want to be holding this cup, standing here like a prop on this date, this awkward date, holding this cup like I don't even drink. I'm ready to wield my wand. I'm ready to create. I'm ready to enter this whole new world. I'm ready to reestablish, right, my own self-perception, the way I see myself, and what I'm here to do. What I am here to do. Am I here living for this moment, right? Repressing my truth and my potential as a creator, or am I taking my wand upright and moving forward by way of my intuition? Okay, and so your hopes and your fears, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, 1 second, Aries, let me tune in here. You have an 8, you have a 9, you have a 6, you have a 3, you have a 4 of Pentacles. You have a lot of Pentacles, right? You have a lot of Pentacles going on here. A lot of reference to what we consider, right, to give us a sense of stability, groundedness. It can absolutely refer to career, finances, all right? And again, right, we're seeing the reshaping, the reconfiguration of that concept in our lives and how we contribute to whatever that is, that groundedness and that stability. So what I'm feeling for you is, right, that we're already seeing this desire to leave behind an old way of perceiving, even an entanglement, financial entanglement, dependency that we have, right, that holds us back from moving forward in a very self-empowering, independent way that is unshackled, right, by the physical world and our existence in it. So, and we're seeing that same sort of dichotomy, right, where this is a very assertive energy, independent energy, right? This is a very heavy energy, a very bound energy, earth, fire, right? So there's a dichotomy for you, Aries, between it's like this transfusion where on one side you are wielding, right? You're asserting your fire energy, right? That bold self-expression, moving forward in a very courageous, confident way. You're leaving behind, you're letting go. It's this push-pull. And you know what? Aries, this is happening all throughout your spread, right? We said that again, right? There's this moving towards the past as you push forward into the future. Same here. Same thing here, right? Being held back, letting go of this heavy earth energy, moving forward into the future. High Priestess, very intuitive card, right? Seeing into the future, intuition, moving beyond boundaries, right? And again, right, all throughout, we're seeing that all throughout. Now, again, here with the Ace of Wands, it's like moving forward very adamantly in this new direction, okay? And having that aha moment and letting go of this web of entanglement, okay? Financial, career, whatever it may be, a network, a family, a situation that we felt somewhat bound to, that held us back, that maybe was associated with this 9 of Pentacles, right? Where maybe, right, a lot is at stake, a lot of financial financial obligation maybe is connected somehow to your place in this environment or a situation, business, whatever it may be. But it's your desire, right, to let that go, to let that behind you, to side more with your intuitive, creative journey forward that speaks more to your soul self-empowerment, okay? And the Mother of Swords in reverse. Final outcome. Before I get to that, I want to get up to the theme here. The 6 of Pentacles. Wow. Oh my goodness. Overlaying the Ace of Swords in reverse. Overlaying the 2 of Pentacles. Overlaying the Three of Swords, overlaying the Four of Swords, oh, in reverse, overlaying the Son of Wands, overlaying the Hanged Man in reverse, which means it is upright, it's looking head on, overlooking the Star in reverse, overlooking the Chariot in reverse. Look, Aries, 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 there is this impending desire to strike out in a very independent way, especially as it regards your career, finances, your feeling of self-sufficiency and independence, okay? And you know, right, you want to create your world by way of your creativity. It's like this is a Pentacles card and this is a Pentacles card, but they're very different, right? Very, very, very different. Whereas this is more monotonous, right? It's day in, day out. There's a sense of predictability to this, right? We're going to come to work, we're going to do X, Y, Z tasks, and we're going to leave at this time, we're going to check out, right? This, though, speaks to also a sense of sort of mystery, right? It's like when these buds blossom, what is this flower going to look like, right? There's always that kind of mystery to it, right? The birth, which speaks to creativity, which speaks to fire, right? Fire is dynamic, it's creative, it's spontaneous, which is the Ace of Wands. So there's this feeling, Aries, that you want to see the fruits of your labor. You want to contribute to something in a stable way, but that is by way of your dynamic contribution of creativity and fire. You want to put your personal stamp on whatever it is that you are contributing to. You want your finances and career to come about, right, by way of your own single-handed contribution, okay, to your world. But you want it to be exciting. You don't want it to be like this, right? Where it's like, like I am not enchanted by this at all. It's like Ace of Swords beneath the Six of Pentacles. You are, I'm feeling, you are trying to disseminate, okay, information as to how strategically to even, right, plant this plant, right? It's like, how do I, yes, this is what I want, but how do I, plant this, right? What soil does it need? What kind of water? How much water? What pH water? There's a lot to this, and it feels otherworldly to you. You're like, I am intrigued by this, right? But it's almost like this is the sword. This is the shovel, rather. Sorry, the shovel that you're going to plant this, right, with. So it's kind of that rumination period yet again. Rumination, right? How to do this, okay? How to do this. Okay, so there's strategy, there's strategic thought that's going into this process for you. Okay, but ultimately, right, you're seeking independence. You want to establish a sense of stability and groundedness, not because you have 9 pentacles hanging you down, shackled to the ground, right? Like an anchor, right? Like, okay, I'm technically stable, but I am immobile, right? When I'm in that kind of situation. Kind of speaking again to this, right? Stability, but bound, right? Restricted, repressed. So I'm feeling that you want your stability to come from the balance that you have in and of yourself, with yourself, okay? The balance of these two hemispheres, right, of our being, right? Yeah, we're still human. We still exist in this dimension for now. And, right, that propensity, that knowing that we are a soul as well. It's the harmonization of those two parts of our being that gives us this inborn sense of stability that we're seeking, okay? But perhaps, right, in order to achieve this, right, it may mean removing yourself from a situation that is entangled, that keeps you bound, that keeps you restricted in some kind of way, okay? That, furthermore, right, once you remove yourself from this restrictive sort of situation where you know that it's restricting, it's obvious. It's obvious. And you knew it, and you know it, right? Something's just not quite right. But, right, when you look at this card, the Lamb, it's almost like ignoring the fact that there are all these swords like blockading it, right? It's almost like, I'm going to sit here with my dream, just as my dream, right? But it's a matter of pursuing that dream. The Lamb actually getting up, the snake getting up and being like, hey, where's my wand? I want to wield it, right? Making the forward action and movement. So, right, it's like, and from that comes the wielding of that fire energy, the awakening, okay, of your creative potential, your independence. And it's going to be by way of your creativity. That's so strong for you. I'm feeling Aries during this period of time. So strong. Okay. Tapping into your creativity and again, oh my goodness, meditating on it, crystallizing that vision, okay, is going to be integral. And you've been ready for it, right? This is like hanged man usually hangs, but stands upright when he is ready. She's ready. They're ready to make movement forward, right? It's like, I'm done with hanging. I am no longer hanging, right? In this sort of limbo, my sights are set on the future of what I want to create, right, in my life. And so, whatever this is, it's a dream that's waiting to be liberated for you, right? And it's going to speak to the absolute sense of freedom, sense of boundlessness, right? That is experienced when we align fully with our soul self and our human self together as one, right? Where the movement, our movement and our mission that we align with, right, is so solid and so real and so self-empowering, right? That we feel we're doing this for a cause, right? Not just because we're in the situation to enjoy the moment, but because we are living for the moments, right, that we want to create, that we want to create as the magician, right? It's like the magician has control over what it creates. The magician wields its elements, okay? So there's this theme of regaining control over even your creative faculties, okay, and thinking about the possibilities of what you can create, and stepping more into that self-empowering sort of path forward. And so we can see these two cards here in tandem: the Mother of Swords, final outcome, in reverse, and the Ten of Cups in reverse, both in reverse. So, okay. What I'm feeling for you, Aries, is that the Mother of Swords, right? Upright. Holds her ground, right? Remains fixed. Takes on a very intellectual, right, approach to whatever it is that she encounters, okay? She digests information in a very factual-oriented way, and she remains steadfast, right, in her personal disposition. But it's so interesting, right? Because then you have this Ten of Cups. It's like wild water energy, right? Just coming out, spraying everywhere. It's like a sprinkler, right? And so there's a polarity, right, between these two cards, absolutely, but they're coming in together, and this is the energy that you are stepping into as you step into this predicament, okay, of the final outcome. So energetically, okay, I'm feeling that you are it's like this, right? It's like a final sword that's being used to break through any self-imposed limitations, right? Doing what's right for us, okay, but in such a way where it's like we use our sword to cut through this worm, but once we break past that, right, we don't keep holding our sword, right, in defense and poking around like forward. It's like, no, it's like that sword served a purpose, right, and it ultimately was to lead you back to this concept of what you deem to be important for you. Reestablishing a sense of stability and groundedness foundationally within yourself. So what I'm feeling here is that it's like a final hurrah, okay? It's a final hurrah to the living in this world, this even logical, rational sort of perception that maybe you took on about whatever this environment, whatever the situation was, right? This can be your own propensity, absolutely, and I'm feeling that it is. I'm feeling that this is your own propensity to somewhat, right, neglect the intuitive insights that you felt in the situation, okay, if that makes sense. And we're seeing that absolutely, right, with the siding. Siding with the High Priestess energy, right? Tapping more, connecting more to our intuitive, spiritual side. So, right, this energy is being done away with, okay? And it's at the mercy of this transformation, right, with this magician. And the magician, right, reminds us that we're not all just fire. And we're not also just air, right? We are all elements. We are all elements. And also, right, similarly, we're not all just water as well. So it's this awakening, right, to a sense of greater balance, inborn balance within us. Okay, that we're giving up this propensity, right, to remain fixed on something, right, like fixed, even holding ourselves down into this box, right? That restricts us, that restricts our movement forward. And so it's realizing there's a lot more that I look forward to, right? I don't want to remain stagnant, held down, fixed. Even again, if it's my own self-imposed limitations, okay, my own propensity. And so, right, with that letting go, right? That fixation. There comes as well, right? The sort of popping of this balloon. But I'm feeling for you, Aries, that it's not necessarily going to be, okay, outward. Okay, it's in reverse. It's not going, and the Justice card is in reverse. It's not going to be this kind of thing where it's like, I'm going to express everything. I'm going to explain why I can't be in the situation. We're going to really hash it out in a super clear way, and I'm not feeling that it's going to be like that. I'm feeling that it's going to be more internalized, right? Because there's such a fast jump from the face of Wands, the Father of Wands to the Ace of Wands, right? There's a very fast turnaround. It's like, suddenly, right? Alarm goes off, you jump out of bed, wand in hand. So I'm feeling that it's going to be more of an internal recalibration and shift that happens rather rapidly. And whatever this is, it's like I feel just emotionally you're ready to let all of this emotional cycle that maybe was connected to this. You're ready to let it go, okay? And also perhaps connected to this. There being a lot of circularity to this card as well. A feeling of somewhat entrapment, right? Also kind of, right? Like being caught in an emotionally taxing, okay, an emotionally heavy situation. Okay, we're letting that go, but it's a peaceful letting go. It's not like a hashing out sort of letting go. So it's the realization, Aries, that it's about your personal, independent, internal transformation, and that's what's taking place. And so you're realizing these propensities within yourself, right? Where maybe I was too fixed, I was too firm with my sword, I wasn't actually making movement forward in the way that I thought was intuitively right for me, right? And so I'm now reshaping that. I'm now taking control of that, of myself. I'm now awakening to my potential as a creator. I'm now realizing who I am, what I can create, right? And I'm dreaming about that. I'm paving that path forward, right? Because I know that the wand is in my hand, all right, Aries? Beautiful. Revel in this energy. Happy birthday. Enjoy it. Enjoy the month. I'll be back with your April reading kind of soon, actually. Time is flying. So stay tuned for that. It should be in a few weeks or so. All right, so coming up. Nonetheless, absolutely, check your sign, your rising ascendant sign, as well as your moon sign, as oftentimes that can provide you with further insights into your situation, all right? I know that I resonate a lot with my moon, a lot, even more than my sun oftentimes. So if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will help compute your signs for you, all right? Thank you so much again, Aries. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.